Alright guys, in today's video we're going to recap the week from Big Brother Canada 10, as well as look at the statistics. Let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, Jessica won HOH, and because she won HOH, it's her duty to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. So, on eviction night, Jessica decided to nominate Herman and Moose for eviction this week. Alright, so the next thing that happened in the week was the Power of Veto competition. We had Herman, Moose, JC Lynn, Josh, and Martin all competing in this competition. It was a very intense competition, coming down to Josh and Herman for the Power of Veto, and Herman ended up winning the Power of Veto, which means he's going to take himself off the block. With Herman winning the Power of Veto and taking himself off the block, Jess has to name a new nominee. She decides to replace Herman with Tanisha. And finally, on eviction night, it was a very close vote, but Tanisha was evicted 5-4. Alright, and that's it for the recap. So let's move on to the statistics. You know what? I'm just joking, because it was actually a double eviction this week in Big Brother Canada. It was not a traditional double eviction. It was actually called the Chain of Safety double eviction. For the Chain of Safety double eviction, there were 2 safety competitions that house guests could win. The first competition went, whoever won it then had to choose safety for a person. Then the person who got chosen has to choose safety for another person in the house. And it keeps going back and forth until there is only 3 house guests left without safety. And then they play off in a second competition for one of them to get guaranteed safety. And then the last 2 are on the block for eviction. Alright, so Moose ended up winning the first safety competition for the Chain of Safety double eviction. And he chose to save Herman. And then Herman decided to save Josh. Then Josh decided to save Betty. And then Betty decided to save Summer. Summer decided to save Kevin. Kevin decided to save Martin. And then Martin decided to save Helena, which only left Steven, JC Lynn, and Jessica to play for the final safety competition. In this safety competition between Jess, Steven, and JC Lynn ended up coming out on top, winning safety, which means Jessica and Steven are now on the block for eviction. And to conclude the Chain of Safety double eviction and this recap, we have Jessica getting evicted 7-2. Alright, so this brings us to the statistic portion of the video. So I'm not going to be covering any house guests that have been evicted already. So this includes Kyle, Jessica, and any other house guest that has been evicted so far. We'll look at them again in the final episode, where we look at all the statistics that have accumulated over the season. So to start off this statistics, we have to look at the current HOHs that are still in the house. So we still have Herman, Martin, and Steven still in the house. For house guests with a Power of Veto win, we have Herman, JC Lynn, Martin, and Moose still in the house. For times on the block, we have Helena at the most with 9 comps played, and at the least comps played with 6, we have Kevin and Herman. Everyone else is in between the 6 to 9 comps played range. For win percentages, Herman has the highest at 50%, and Moose has the second highest win percentage at 38%. With the third highest win percentage, we have Martin at 29%, and then following Martin is JC Lynn with 25%. Next, we have Steven with a 12% win percentage, and Josh with a 11% win percentage. Also, Josh has the most comps played with Helena at 9. I just looked at my notes again, and it shows that Josh has 9 comps played. For times on the block, the most goes to Jessica with 3 times on the block. And believe it or not, but Helena and Summer are the only ones that have not touched the block yet. And this brings us to the end of this episode of Big Brother Canada Statistics. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, work hard and stay humble. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.